During the 1850s, Texas rapidly transformed into a southern state, a much different place than it had once been. Newcomers from the American South found conditions to be perfect for the expansion of the cotton economy. Texas provided a market for the sale of enslaved people living in older southern states like Virginia and South Carolina. The new state also provided places for the sons of established planters back east to start their own operations. Personal wealth, the net worth for these planters, included the value of their slaves. Bankers saw enslaved people as potential collateral against loans. Slaves carried the same status as tools, land, and livestock. Laws called slave codes governed the treatment of enslaved people. They had no property rights and no legal rights to marry and form families. Even so, the Texas Constitution did require that enslaved people be treated humanely and prohibited the taking of life or limb. There were also laws regulating leasing slaves, prohibiting the abuse of slaves, and dealing with slaves who escaped. The United States fugitive slave laws allowed the return of people into bondage, no matter where they were apprehended, including in free northern states or across the border in Mexico. An enslaved person accused of a serious crime had the right to a trial by jury, but could not testify in court against whites. Rebellion warranted a death sentence. Lesser crimes might see a slave whipped. Slave owners looking to manage or control their slaves often added their own rules, while relaxing others, including laws forbidding marriage and education. Legally freeing an enslaved person remained difficult to accomplish, even by their owners. Slaves lived throughout Texas, but the largest concentrations were in Harrison and Bowie counties and other East Texas locations. About 1/4 of Texans claimed ownership of enslaved people, with most holding around 2 or 3 slaves. Large plantations operated by dozens of enslaved people were rare in Texas, but were growing. The number of slaves in Texas tripled in the 1850s, while white and European populations only doubled. For ambitious Texans, cultivating cotton with enslaved labor was the surest pathway to lasting wealth. Cotton traded for 10 cents a pound, making a 500-pound bale a $50 commodity. So, a large farm with 400 acres under cultivation might yield 400 bales per season, which might sell for $20,000. Equal to about $750,000 today. A slave might be obtained for about $400, or about $16,000 today. A slave might harvest 200 pounds of cotton a day and be capable of cultivating 10 acres of ground. The first good crop or two would pay for the purchase price of the slaves it took to produce it. As demand for cotton grew through the decade, prices for the product and the people who produced it rose as well. Slavery and cotton were both booming. The financial value of slaves quadrupled over the decade, making them a profitable investment. The number of bales of cotton produced in Texas increased 7-fold to nearly 450,000 by the end of the decade. Texas proved a paradise for men on the make, willing to prosper off the forced labor of slaves.